Hello everyone and welcome to another premier draft of Neon Dynasty drafts. And now we have a very powerful first pick here. Now it is a mythic rare which I would be picking for collection purposes anyway, but this is insane in limited. For 3 mana you first of all get a mana elf, of course. Well, it's a monk, but anyway, which is not the greatest thing, but as a chapter 1 from a saga, it's totally acceptable. Then you get those counters on 2 creatures. Hopefully, maybe not on the human monk, but I mean, if that's the one of your 2 creatures, yes. Then you can do that, and then the uh, exile. I mean, the chapter 3 here is just insane because, as you can see, it's a 2/2 flyer. Yeah, well, you pay 3 mana for a 2/2 flyer in the end, but that's not great. But whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you're under your control, you may pay any extra mana you have, and it gets that many extra counters. Now the fact is also gets 5/5 plus 5/5 and trample at some point is nice, but um, the more immediate impact is that let's say you have 6 lands, you play a 3-drop. Well, that 3-drop, which would be normally like a 3/3, maybe 3/2 or 2/3 or something like that, it's suddenly going to be a huge monster. So that's just insane rare. Alright, so I think I'll take a Twisted Embrace here. It's the best card. Definitely not worth picking one of these green cards. Although they are nice, it's just better to, pick an actual great card for this early in the draft. And I'm gonna do my best to, draft green at least. If black isn't gonna be open, I'm not gonna force it too much. But I'm going to draft green here because this is such an insanely good card here. That unless it's totally, if green is totally, cut, then maybe I'd have to abandon it, but hopefully that's not the case. So I could take a Voltage Surge, or I could just take something like a Fang of Shigeki here, or maybe even a Fade into Antiquity, but I think I like the 1-drop here first. Yeah, Voltage Surge, I will miss it if I end up like red-green here. Okay, fine, let's take it. Let's keep options open. And here, well, at least there's one black card which is interesting, but I'm not taking that, of course. I have here an actually very nice uncommon. It's a bit slow, but Boseiju Richie Skyward is still, I think, worth picking. You will have to wait a bit until this gets you some true value, but you will have a massive rich creature in the end. And getting those, I mean, you only get forests. This doesn't fix your mana. Something to keep in mind, but it's going to be the pick here. Master's Rebuke wouldn't be bad, but also Selfless Samurai is actually quite good. Hey, that's actually, man, I'm having second thoughts. This is a high quality 2-drop. I like the thing, but it's still a big dumb creature, so to say. Actually, I'm gonna take this. This is gonna be, I plan to play green here for sure, and then I have options to, look at the second color here. I have 3 good options, and now this pack came to me. What the heck? So there's a Behold the Unspeakable. I could even take a blue card here. There's also Norika Yamazaki, which is really good, especially in white-green when you will have, enchantments. But there's a Kami's Flare. I guess I'm gonna just take it. Yeah, I have a Voltage Surge already. Yeah, that's it. And now a Rapid Battery here. And I'm going to, take green cards with the red cards here for sure. And I can take a Web Spinner Cuff, totally nice card here. Especially against ninjas, you can really block easily whatever they have, coming at you. Alright, Careful Cultivation is gonna be a 2 mana 1/1 mana producer. What? Why is there a Selfless Samurai still in the pack? Okay, this is insane. I take the Fade into Antiquity. I'm gonna be red-green, but that's really interesting that card is. I mean, it's not an insane card. It's just such an efficient little beater because, and it is of course benefiting from multiple samurais in the deck, which my deck might not have even if I move to green-white here. But the fact you can sacrifice this without any mana involvement to save your best creature is great, and then of course the lifelink does matter when this attacks alone or some other samurai or warrior you control attacks alone. Okay, calling Stalker pretty easy here. Okay, and this actually is the pack from where I almost took the Fang of Shigeki. I took already one Fade into Antiquity. This is a best of one draft. I don't like maybe playing two. I guess your deck could have two, but I'd rather take the one drop creature now. I also like the Tamiya's Safekeeping, which I could have picked over the Fade into Antiquity, but let's just have some creatures now that I absolutely need them. Is this a cast trigger? No, when another creature enters the battlefield, so even tokens work for this thing. Okay, so Kami of Industry, not exactly for this deck, but I could play the Peerless Samurai here. Okay, some cards here which I won't be playing. Well, there is like a small chance I open a crazy good bomb rare. From white, I could still go white, green, or maybe also same applies for black. Well, that is a... I could have a 3 Selfless Samurais, but it's fine. I can now take something that will still be very good for this deck, and it's not going to be the Ryu. It is good and could be splashed, but I think I have options for my deck here that allow, let me keep it 2 colors without messing up the mana base. So I think I'll take the Boseiju who reaches Skyward now. I like the Tempered in Solitude, but I don't know yet if this is the kind of deck that can easily justify attacking with just one creature at a time. I think I won't be missing the second copy of this Boseiju. The first one I could have picked, but I chose to not take it. Yeah, I like to have one of these. It's quite good for your late game. Alright, here, Tribute to Horobi is very nice. So is the other uncommon Black Saga, but I do like the Bronze Blade Boar quite a bit. Definitely more than the Ironhoof Boar. I do like the Master's Rebuke, but this is just a nice high quality 3-drop with a relevant recon figure, even though it costs a lot, but it can be relevant in many board states. So let's do that. And then there is... there's a Kappa Tech Fragger. I was thinking about the Greater Tanuki, but then I saw this is here. So yep. Yep, well that's just a very good 2-drop. Let's take it. And then there's a green Shrine. There's also Tales of Master Seshiro, which I also like quite a bit, but I think the 2-drop is what I want to have. When in doubt, take the cheaper card. Alright, I like the Yukai Trainee a lot. Let's take it here. That starts to be enough 2-drops in the deck now. And now I can take a Tales of Master Seshiro, which I like a little bit more than the Harmonious Emergence, although I think it's good too. Story Weave actually wouldn't be a bad card in this deck. I have multiple sagas, and it can be nice to get the surprise saga and just have a backup as a, combat trick with permanent pump. It's not bad, but I'll take the actual creature here. Azusa's Many Journeys. Bearer of Memory. Fade into Antiquity. I don't think I'm gonna take the second copy. Many Journeys. It is gonna be a 3/3 for 2 in the end. Maybe I want to try it. I'm not sure it's a very good card, but I want to at least see how it performs in practice. I had this in my one of the earlier decks, but I think I never drew it. Okay, there's a Sokensan Smelter, which is a good red uncommon, but my artifact count is at 3. I don't need a 2 mana to. I'll take the Rugged Highland here. That's gonna be nice. Nice mana fixing. And now there's another option to take a Tempered in Solitude or just take a Tamiya's Safekeeping. Should I take the Tempered in Solitude? I like the Safekeeping just a lot. I mean, I think I'll take the Safekeeping. I like to have this very cheap, counter to opponent's interaction, and then if they don't have interaction, I can just save a creature that was about to trade in combat, but instead will survive. because of the indestructible, and here it's a Master's Rebuke, which I'm happy to have back. Green was super open here. Yeah, let's take the green card. I don't think I'm gonna play that, so I'm have a full pack left, and I'm at 20 non-land cards currently here. I'm not playing two of these, so I'll take the uncommon here. Okay, that doesn't matter. Crackling Emergence. Well, that's an on-color card, which I'm very unlikely to play. It's not very good. Alright, how about this pack? Oh, it's pretty unexciting, actually. Pretty unexciting pack, indeed. Oh, Mindlink Mech, well, not a thing you would splash, really. It's a lot better than the Dragonfly Suit, by the way. This is a 3 mana, 3/2 flying crew 1. This is, I mean, 4/3 flying crew 1 for the same mana cost, and not the same mana cost, it's the same mana value, and then has additional ability too. But that's the difference between a rare and a common. Yeah, I don't have enough artifacts to make that patchwork automaton good. I think I'll just take the Gift of Rat. I don't think the Aki Ronin is that good. Not sure if I'm gonna play the Gift of Rat, but I can have the option. Alright, here it's very easy. Kappa Tech Fragger. That's high quality card for sure. And then I have, well, I have multiple options I could take here. Okay, even the Rugged Highlands, but it's not gonna be the pick here. But I think the Voltage Surge is just going to be it. But I like the Hover Bike. I do like the Greater Tanuki and the Yukai Trainee, but I should maybe take the removal spell here. It won't be easy to deal 4 with it, but maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, guys. What a pack. I mean, the options for my deck in particular are very... man, I really like the Hot Spring, but the Kappa Tech Wrecker, it's too good. There's also a non-zero chance this comes back if no one else is red-green and doesn't want to hate pick it. Yeah, I'll take the Tech Wrecker, but man, I would want to have the Hot Spring. I think it's a really decent card. Okay, how about here then? The Washi Guide, but do I have any kind of theme around those modifications? I guess there's some, but not a lot. Do I need an expensive card like a Harmonious Emergence? I don't think I need a 2 mana 3/3, no. I could take the Harmonious Emergence over the Towashi Guide, but it does draw cards, but I don't... It's gonna be quite expensive most of the time. I like this thing. Another Azusa's Many Journeys, probably not going to be the pick this time. The Yukai Train is good, but look at my 2-drops. That's enough 2-drops. So I think I'll take the Iron Hoof Board here. Nice options between a Pump Spell and a Hasty Beater. Alright, so here we have Tales of Master Seshiro again, which I do like more than the Harmonious Emergence. I think I could play it instead of the Harmonious Emergence here. The Peerless Samurai is probably a bit unnecessary. Yep, let's take the 5 mana thing in here. And I'm getting more of those still. Season of Renewal. I have 12 enchantments, so this could be a nice card draw effect, but can I have time for that? Should I just take a 2-drop like maybe even the Tails here? Am I taking a 5th Tails? This is crazy, but maybe I do, because I have some mana producing there. That could be crazy though, but I can cut one of them. As you can see, I have to cut some cards anyway. Alright, I have a lot of enchantments. This could be a big one because it counts both artifacts and the enchantments. But also, is it something I need? I guess I can pick it because I'm not playing the Smelter. So let's put it here for now. Okay, so no one took this. I take it because Ambitious Assault is not a card I'm going to play here. Okay, so multiple cards still left in here. But I think even though I like the hover bike quite a bit, I just take the land here. I also like this guy, but I have so many cards to make. I'll take the land to make my mana better. Yes, this was possibility. No one is red-green. It seems like no one is green actually. So I got this, which is fantastic. Alright. And I even got the Yukai trainers here still. Alright. I think I can cut cards in a way that I have a very, very nice deck here remaining. It will be maybe hard to decide on the cards, but that's a fun puzzle to solve. Okay, so let's get to it. Now I really like the mana base with 2 of these own color dual lands. And then okay, this is tough. 32 cards. I think I'm going to cut 9 of them. It seems like I shouldn't risk anything with the I shouldn't risk anything with the 16 land deck because there's so much power here. Gift of Wrath is easy cut. Peerless Samurai is easy cut. This is a 2 mana thing which I really want to have because of the 5 mana cards, which I might play all of them. Favor of Yukai, well, that goes away. Harmonious Emergence, that goes away. So actually I have I think this is my top end. I won't be cutting any of the top end. I'll keep all that. And then Crackling Emergence, that can go away. I do realize I have how many red cards in here? 7 currently. But I think I won't be cutting any of the rest. Yeah, the rest of them will be very good. So yeah, I said I want to try the Azusa's many journeys, but it's just the worst of the 2 drops here. So let's not play it. And then Runaway Trash, but might be the least reliable 3 drop. I have 5 sagas and each saga is a creature, so I can just easily put to this creature count all my sagas. So it's 18 creatures. I can cut creatures even though this seems like a dangerous territory. So Trashbot, yeah, I have got a bunch of artifacts already. And enchantments, I mean 14 total though. Still allows this to be quite big later in the game, but I think the turn 304 is still the thing I'm going to cut. And I can actually cut a 2 drop here because I have here quite good early game. Maybe the Fang of Shigeki is actually quite redundant with 3 Kappa Tech Freckers. I'm going to cut that one too. And now the question is, do I want to play? And this also makes me a monk token. I'm starting to get the feeling that I should be 16 lands. Should be playing 16 lands. The Ironhoof board can use it as a 2 mana trick. And this thing gets me also lands. So if I... First of all, I have only 1 card that costs 4 mana. And well, I do have 3 cards that cost 5 mana. But I have the other cards in the deck besides lands. I have the Boseiju, Reaches Skyward, the Yukan Defends the Temple, and the Careful Cultivation, which each can give me mana. So that means to not hit my 5th. If I play 16 lands, I have still 3 additional cards that I can draw. That will give me the 5th land. Granted, this needs 4 lands to work, but I'm assuming I get to 4 at some point anyway. I think the Coiling Stalker is kind of a thing you don't need in this deck, but I also quite like it because Yukai trainees often go unblocked because of the the Bushido effect, and also it's really good to have ninjas. These can of course also bounce each other because I have 3 of these. But point is that having ninjas to reset the death touch counter on these things is quite valuable. So I think I'm not gonna cut any of the 2s. Mana curve shouldn't. I have a little bit shortage on 4 drops, but my 5 drops should, my 5 drops should kind of balance that out. Yeah, this is the deck. I don't think I'm gonna make any. I guess I could still play the Harmonious Emergence. That's also something you can play on turn 4. It just will be unable to block in that case. But it is a 4/5 vigilance creature after that. And of course you can tap the land post-combat after it has attacked because of the vigilance. But I would be cutting like, I guess it would have to be one of the 2-drops. I don't want to cut my interaction. Definitely not the web spinner cuff, that's really so good against the flyers, and I should have a very strong late game in this, so a 3 mana 1/4 reach is just a totally reasonable card to be running. Yeah, so I guess the late game is good enough that I should just not cut any 2-drops here. I play 16 lands though, so with the Rugged Highlands it's gonna be quite easy to get the red mana. So how many mountains do I need to have these things active, with enough reliability? By the way, I do actually I am interested in the Gift of Wrath because I have still a lot of these 2-drops in here, early drops here, which are quite small. Giving them +2/+2 and menace is totally interesting. But am I going to cut some of them? Like the Coiling Stalker is probably the card that I'm most likely to cut here. Okay, let's do a little bit of change. Coiling Stalker goes away, Gift of Wrath goes in. Just to give my, for example, the Kappa Tech Breakers, which after using the counter, they are just 1/3s. And then I can just make them into 3/5 guys with menace. And this is really not that risky because you get a 2/2 menace token when the opponent deals with the creature, unless they specifically deal with the creature using a pacifism type effect, or the blue Tamiya's completion. What's that called? So that's 10 creatures plus 5 sagas, so that is still 15 creatures. Plus the Careful Cultivation is basically a creature as well, so that's 16. Alright, this is enough thinking, I guess. Yeah, that was the last change I want to have here. It's also no joke to put the +2/+2 menace on these 5/5 vigilance 7/7, which suddenly requires 2 creatures to jump block. It's nice. Alright. So how many mountains? Definitely not 7/7. I will have more forests, but is it going to be 8/6 or is 5 mountains enough? That would still be 7 ways to get red mana. Given how few red cards I have, that might be... Well, I'm gonna play at least 5. Let's put these Ixalan lands. So this would mean 9 forests for 11 green sources. I think I need to get the green sources always, so I'm gonna play with just 7 red sources because these red cards are still... They are fine even if I don't have immediately access to red mana, but I always need to have access to green mana, so let's do it like this. 11 green, 7 red. That sounds good. Of course I have other... I don't have actually any double caster green cards, but once I have access to green mana, I can also have additional cards that, give me more green, so that I can at least play, 2 green spells a turn easily. Alright, that's the deck. Now that's a nice one. Get to even haste up with this thing. Maybe kill the 2-drop or 3-drop. And then have the Yukon defense the temple here. Is that worth killing? I think that could be worth using the Master's Rebuke on. Just to, make them not have the access to that additional mana here, which prevents them, from playing a 4-drop here now. Okay, they have more mana accelerating here. Okay. So do I offer the trade here? Now this is a very good card, but also don't mind if they lose their mana producer here. I guess the idea is that if they don't care about themselves, they will trade, and they will take the damage if they care about it. But I suppose I can live without the rapid battery with the Yugan here. Although the counter here is going to be important. But maybe I'll play the web spinner cuff if they trade here. I mean, I can miss out on the counter, it's not such a big deal. But and it's not the best on the rapid battery anyway. But well, I'm gonna do this now. So I can put counters on up to one counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. So I can put a counter on both of these. But the opponent does seem to have something. I don't know what that can be though. Could be a Tamiya safekeeping for sure. Now if I get to untap, okay, they have a Boseiju reaches skyward. But I will have some big creatures with the Yugan in the end as well. Oh, I think I will exile that thing. But yeah, these are gonna get the counters. And yeah, I don't even want to play the web spinner cuff now. The reason being it's my only creature in my hand and I do want to benefit from the Yugan right away. I play the web spinner cuff and pay whatever lands I have to you know, get some additional counters on this thing. But now, of course, I will just attack here. They have 1 mana up, but I don't think it's concerning at all. I will exile this before, because I want to exile it anyway at some point. It's gonna be a very big creature, even with reach. So definitely. Although if they have a Tamiya safekeeping, that is actually a target permanent. I'm pretty sure that's what they are holding there. Well, that's a bummer. I need to, I mean, if I can, I want to kill this thing. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this is not going to become even a creature, and even when it becomes a creature, this one doesn't have haste. So I will use the Kami's Flare to make them use the safekeeping for things like that, for instance. Oh, they're gonna give the counter to the Orochi Merge Keeper. They want to have 2 mana available. I think they're gonna counter this flare anyway with the safekeeping, but okay, let's do it like this. So are they gonna attack for 2 or tap? Because now it taps for 2 green, so they can play something that costs 2. Okay, so my Boseiju reaches skyward. Okay, so they could have a Master's Rebuke. That's what they could have, and my Remnant of the Rising Star. I can't save it though. I can't save it in any way. It is tempting to just play my Boseiju reaches skyward because I don't have a land drop for this turn. I can do only one thing here. I can try to play the Cuff. I have 5 mana available. I can play the Cuff and give it 2 additional counters. Or I can play Boseiju reaches skyward and then... But I need to exile this at some point. But I think this is what I need to do just to hit my land drops. Okay, it seems like they don't have a Master's Rebuke here. They might have a Sorcery Speed way to kill the Remnant of the Rising Star. But my Boseiju Well, I mean, I can exile maybe their Boseiju. That's the thing here. Is there a ninja coming up? That could be a ninja actually, but I wasn't gonna double block it. Just didn't seem like it's something I wanna do. Yeah, they have a ninja. Don't be the 6/5 rare ninja. Okay, Prowler. Sure. Now they do get additional value from the Preserver, of course, but the important part is that if the Remnant of the Rising Star survives this turn, I'm gonna be in such a good shape. But I do need to actually get rid of the Branch of Boseiju here. So what I'm doing in this turn is... Okay. I mean, I'm so greedy, I'm not playing the Web Spinner Cup because I want to maximize the value from that thing. I could this turn play it for... Wait a minute, that's 5 lands, 6 lands, 7. I would make it, give it 4 counters. It would be a 5/8 with reach. But also I could just kill this thing and take another attack. Oh man. Don't have another safekeeping, please. They don't. Okay. So now it's a little bit easier. Let's play this. And since they have no... I mean, they could have the trick that involves reach. Do I want to do that? I don't think I need the 2 damage here now. I'm going to re-equip this to get me a 4/4 here instead. Sorry, it's a 3/3 because of course it doesn't give the counter, but it still can, you know, trade, for example. I mean, maybe they don't have the reach trick. Fine. Yeah. It doesn't seem like it seems like the opponent passes their priority fast, so yep, that's why I do it. I'm never gonna block with this thing. I'm gonna have a very big Boseiju, and then I finally can play the Web Spinner Cuff here. And yeah, I can lose the mana producing. That means I get 1 less counter, but I mean it was worth doing that thing there. Alright. So now for the first time. Oh, I can also use it for that thing. I don't think that thing needs any help though. Such a big creature. I'm gonna decline that. And then I play this, and I play the Web Spinner Cuff, which will get... I could keep it... Do I want to haste up something? No, I'm gonna play... Okay, hasting up is actually quite strong though. I will pay for 3 only. Do this. Attack for 10, have a very big blocker here. Now I have a lethal attack on the next turn, most likely with the Gift of Wrath. They gained 3 life though. Yeah, the Remnant of the Rising Star. This is just insane if you don't have removal on it. Of course, here the big uncommon is also really effective, of course, but Branch of the Boseiju, but I mean mostly because any creature I draw will be a huge monster with this around. Okay, do I need my stupid mythic rare to have a chance to actually win some games? This hand, by the way, is great with a 2-drop, 3-drop. I mean 2 options for 3-drops. 3. But I have had some bad drafts lately, and this hopefully turns the tide now. Well, the opponent has a good one too here. I think I have to just go crazy with my own. This time I have a Tamiya safekeeping to serve to protect this guy. So yeah, let's not attack because I want to block. I won't be winning the race. They just take 2 and then attack 5 back or something like that. Plus I want to have the counters here. Light pulse. Okay, so enchantment auras and okay. Multiple hotshot mechanics. Well, these things get counters now and well. No land drop. I do have access to 4 mana though, because of this thing. Am I supposed to? So whenever an aura enters the battlefield, they can find another aura. Different name, mana value, at most the same. I mean, I guess I need to win at some point. Let's see what they do. I think they take 3 here. And I could use the Kappa Tech Freaker, but I also don't want to lose the counter on this guy. I'll just play the Cuff here. It's a good blocker, and I can have the Tamiya safekeeping up here if something very nasty happens. Bone to drive. Well, they do have an aura for it. It's also a big creature, but I have a Death Toucher, which I will be needing. And they have that thing, but which actually is not the biggest creature, funnily. So it's time to kill the Light Pulse, right? And then I think I will use the safekeeping here. This is about to die, so let's make it not die. I need the mana. Okay, so I do have a... Okay, well, that's actually very easy now, because I can just kill it. Wow. Kappa Tech Freaker with the Master's Rebuke. Let's deal with it. I know it's very tempting to just keep counters on the Tech Freaker, but actually I'm gonna decline this and just kill it with the Death Touch. And now I should be in a very... I mean, I didn't even need to do that. Didn't need to do that, you know, like that pre-combat, but basically now the... Yeah, they get it back, but the thing is that they are not... It's no longer a huge creature. I guess I could have timed it a bit differently. Yes, I definitely could have, so I was... That was a bit too hasty. But I'm just counting that they won't have easy time here, because I'm gonna start playing this. This trainee will be a 4/4, for example. Am I offering the trade? No, actually, they could block with the companion and the Cameo of Transience here. Maybe it's fine though. It's fine. And that's even better. So yeah, again, the mythic rare doing mythic rare things. I don't know why I didn't attack with the flyer, because they have nothing that they can block with and not even open mana. And now they can attack with the 5/5. Okay. I need to reach up something, but not gonna block now. I take 5, but next turn it's gonna come attack again. I need to... Well, now I could play the Tales of Master Says Hero, of course, but that's gonna be a 5/5 flyer on the next turn as well. Reconfigure is 4. I think I will be reconfiguring it, and I will be also pressuring them now. And I shouldn't die here, hopefully. let's give it a Death Toucher. So if they deal with the Death Toucher now, they can attack for this, but they would also need to find additional 5 damage after dealing with my blocker. Okay, so now, well, they had a good set of stuff there, but I can still attack with my flyer here. Because now they of course have a Death Toucher that can trade with any guy here. But I have of course, well, again a bit short on mana here, which means that I can't win them. No, I can only give this +1/+1. They have enough jump blockers that they don't have to worry about that. I mean, the trainee is going to trade only with the Fang of Shigeki here. But the trample is gonna be so good, so I think what I'm doing here is I'm just not using the invigorating hot spring this time. And I will attack for 2 in the air here now. And then I will play this, make it into a 5/4, and now they have a 2/4 flyer there. But also I have for example, I have a Death Touch Trampler, which is, as you might know, quite good combination of things. But that requires, you know, commitment. I mean, I have stabilized very well here, of course. I'm just thinking about what is the safest way to do things. Because I can just play the Boseiju, reach skywards, and, you know, start from there. Maybe even the invigorating hot spring is something I could do. I could also just put the Bronze Blade Boar on the Yukai trainee, and then the Death Touch blocker is not good enough. I think I'll try that. If they block with the Kami of Transcends, I think it's good enough. I want to keep my Death Touch blocker here. I mean, it's good enough. They don't die here, but if I get rid of the Kami of Transcends, well, that's a bummer. But that's exactly why I had to, you know, play safe, because they had mana up and cards in hand. So that's something I can live with. Now they can get rid of that, which is actually not the biggest problem they have to face here. Because they don't know about my hand, which is full of problems. They can't deal with everything there. So this time I'm gonna give it a Death Touch. Death Touch and Trample is such a nice combination that I think I just... so it will have... Yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna do it. How much power? 5 power. So they have to block it with 3 guys, and they lose them all. And then I still get to use the Exile ability as well. No, it's dead by that, so it won't be. But I mean, I'm gonna just kill them all and trample over 2 points of damage. They get the, you know, the rare back, but I still have all this. So yeah, again, I have a stupid race, and then well, they do have this. This is what the 3rd time they get it back, so it's not like they didn't have a rare there. That's actually very impactful. If that was a regular 2-drop, they would have lost ages ago. So now I just have to do what? There's still a Death Toucher, but of course I still have Trampler in here. So if I make this 6/5, they have to block it with... I do have 7 mana though. I can play Hot Spring and the Posei to reach Skyward. Maybe I wanna do that. I kind of don't want to lose my trample thing though. I don't want to do that. But if I reconfigure, I can't do anything else with this turn. Man, but if I put it here... yeah, it's too valuable actually. I can't do that. Maybe I will simply... yeah, I kind of want to attack, but I don't have to attack. Oh man, let's play the boss to reach Skyward, get my forests, and because the trample reconfigure is just, I mean, that's gonna be the thing that's gonna win the game for me, for sure. So I shouldn't really. I'm gonna keep a counter here. I shouldn't take any risks here now. They can start giving trample +1/+1 counters on their own guys, but yeah, they are actually. Given the circumstances, they are doing a good job here. They scry to the bottom at least. So now it's okay. Another Death Toucher, which is also going to be, of course, hasty and trample. So this is the turn when I win actually for reals this time, isn't it? I do have the mana to do all that. Now they have to put 5. Now this is lethal by itself. So I don't have to even consider anything else. This is lethal because Death Touch and Trample is, as you can know, one is going to be dealt to the opponent 1 damage per creature is enough. Alright, well that required a lot more stuff than I initially thought. But I got there in the end. Jeez. Okay. Wait a second. What should I do here? I can potentially ninjutsu this thing out, so maybe I will actually this time. This time I'll play the hasty creature here. I might miss on turn 3. By the way, I again have this thing. Wow. Well, am I gonna ninjutsu this now? I'm just gonna play it. Oh. Does that change things? I think I wanna play it because I have the Master's Rebuke here. So I can just kill anything with the Death Touch. Oh. That was the power of a Ninja Turtle. What's your favorite, by the way? I think mine was Donatello. Yeah. Maybe they just missed land drops or something, but that was interesting. Alright, going first here with... Is this the 4th game where I have these? I guess I didn't have this in my starting hand, but I drew it in the previous game. Well, I mean, this is a keep. I need only 1 land to really got good stuff going on, and I guess in the meanwhile I can grow this Goshintai. Actually, with the Master's Rebuke, I just play this now. Well, I can't attack into it. I'm not gonna trade with it. It's gonna be a 3/3 blocker. No attacks. I'll play this. If they have a ninja, well then they have a ninja. as long as it's not a Kappatek frigate of their own. Yeah, that would be annoying. I guess with one land I get to, get all this stuff played, because this gives me an additional mana source, this gives me 2 forests, and then I'm all good to go at that point. And I do have the rebuke too. Okay, they have a good amount of the Westry. I don't... Why they didn't attack? I mean, maybe they just don't want to attack for 2 there. But this is not necessarily that problematic, but it is annoying. It would be safe to kill it now, because they will get some lands quite easily if they have ways to modify things. All the modified creatures they have will have trample. So I'm not really happy seeing this here. I think I'm gonna do this rebuke now. Sadly, I mean, I did draw another amazing card. But that might actually mean I'm going to block the trainee if they attack with it, because I have another one here now. Plus I used my rebuke, which, takes a bit of the usefulness away. Okay, there's a terrarium. Yeah, I only need a land and then I'm good to go. I kinda don't want to block though, because I want to give the +1/+1 counters from this thing to the tech wrecker. Okay, there goes the mythic rare. If nothing else, I get the 1/1 mana producer. And probably next turn, if I can, I'll just play the Posage reaches skyward. Okay, they had now. Okay, that's something they needed, but it's also, I mean, look at my hand. There are 3 high impact creatures that are gonna be problematic for them to deal with. And all I needed from the defense the temple is that I got my mana source here now. So it's time to play this thing and play the forest, and then I can for the first time give a counter to the Goshintai here. Not going to attack with the tech wrecker here. It's again just going to trade with the trainee. Sunblade Samurai, they chose to leave the green one open, so that's most likely Tamiya's thing there. I'm pretty sure of that. Pretty sure about that. So don't think it matters actually too much here, but let's play the untapped land, because this way I can play a 5-drop and still give a mana, use mana to give the counter on this guy. So maybe it's time to trade with the Tamiya safekeeping here, because if I do this, I can trade with the Sunblade Samurai, or then this Yukai trainee no longer can kill it. So this is fine enough. That's fine trade. There was no Tamiya safekeeping, at least not anything that, not something that they would have wanted to use there. Sky Turtle is good. I'll take 2 from that thing. And then I have counter on the Goshintai, I think. This is an enchantment creature, so they're gonna lose it. With another Kappatek breaker. But only if... No, it has ward 2. I think I have to take 6 there. No, my Branch of Poseidon has... it has a reach, but also it seems like they might have left the Tamiya safekeeping to save this thing, which is totally fine. I will be killing it later on. Okay, so how to do this? This also gives reach, by the way, but I don't think that matters too much. I'm willing to actually trade with the Colossal Sky. They are now tapped out. So I'm gonna give a counter in here, and if they want to block here, be my guest. I have multiple threats here coming up. I mean, I have a third Tales of Master Hero coming up too, so this is really... These 5/5 Vigilance Hasty guys, they are problematic for the opponent for sure. So they play a Boseiju who endures as a land because they have 8/8. Understand. Alright, this is interesting. Another thing I can kill with the Tech Wrecker, but they could have just killed. I mean, for example, the Branch of Boseiju. Was it worth to play this right away? It has hexproof, by the way, when it's untapped. Alright, so Go since I will grow and grow. I don't need to give a counter to it. Gift of Wrath. Well, this is certainly interesting now. I think I'm gonna give it to the Branch of Boseiju, but not exactly sure how to do this turn now. I guess I'll just use the Gift of Wrath to kill the Skyscraper. I don't want to lose my reach guy here. So I'm thinking about... Because if I put this on the Goshin type... Oh... I guess I could give it... They can double block with these, but... It has the hexproof trample, okay. Wow, this is tough. I have to do something now. I think I have made up my mind. I will use this on here. This might be wrong, but I need to do something now before time runs out. So now with the Kappa Techbreaker, I could return this to my hand and kill the Colossal Sky Turtle. Oh, I don't have mana for that, and this has hexproof, so no, that's a no-go. But I will deal a bunch of damage there. And then I could just play the Kappa Techbreaker here. I mean, it is Death Touch, so let's do it. And give this guy an additional counter. I have no shortage of big guys here. I mean, they have big guys here too. That's a really interesting game, actually. I'm still not sure they should have done that. Maybe they needed to just get a big blocker. Actually, that's probably what they had to do there. Okay, that's a 9 power, but do they have a Tamiya safekeeping for that thing? Maybe they have a Master's Rebuke. Spinning Wheel Kick. Alright. They didn't kill the Death Toucher though. Okay, that is one of the ways they can... Now that's really interesting. And I don't have my reach guy anymore. So I guess what I'm doing here is I'm going to attack with the Techbreaker, but I need to give it a counter because otherwise it will just trade with the Yukai trainee. If I attack with everything, what's happening? And that's actually also something I should... They have only 2 blockers, they are tapped out. So they block my biggest guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not quite lethal. But then they can't block the Kappa Techbreaker, which can kill. So yeah, basically they can't take the 5. They have to block both 5 power guys. That's the idea. Then I can use the Tech Wrecker to get rid of the Colossal Sky Turtle. Basically, I trade one of the Living Legacies with the Yukai trainee here. So I'm gonna... But I have... This has Ward 2, so I need to have... Well, I have exactly 2 here, so... Okay, this is fine. Give this to the Menace guy, which won't be blocked for sure. So if I play this now, yeah, I'm gonna attack with every... they will have a 9 power trample though. That's something I didn't think, but they have also this flyer here. I'll lose one of these. Oh, but the other one will be, it has vigilance. Okay. And this has vigilance too. Fine, yeah. This has ward too. Man, this was tough. So they need something very big there. Trainee has to block the other one and can't kill the hexproof thing, but I can kill the ward 2 thing. Even exile. And now I have here... If they attack, well, it will be tapped. So first of all, this won't be able to block, and then I'm just figuring out how many I'm gonna block with. Definitely they could have the uncommon that gives it +8/+8, because that was an 8 mana card, I think. Oh, I got the mythic. So it could have been +17/17, in which case I at least need to block with the Seshiro's Living Legacy. The Boon of Boseiju I'm talking about. Alright. Okay, what's my rating? Mythic rating? 163. Really? Yeah. That's fairly high. I guess there are almost 2 weeks till the season changes, but I definitely want to rank up to Mythic this month. I mean, not Mythic, but top 1200 this month, because next month's qualifier weekend will be Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Limited. Yeah, this matchmaking took like a minute and a half. So now I'm up against a platinum ranked player, which means that if I lose, I'm gonna drop a lot of this rank. Opponent mulligans though, I'll keep this because I have the, well, one of my great... Do I have 3 of these guys in the deck? Yes, I do. Also, I have drawn in each of the games my mythic rare, my first pick in the entire draft. Will this be a game when I don't draw it? And will it be possible to win without it? This hand is quite fine though. Rabbit Batter is fine too, but at least this can get rid of it if I need to. Well, unless the opponent has like a burn spell on this, of course. Land wasn't a bad draw with the Tales of Master Seshiro here. Oh, well, I mean, I guess I can draw the mythic rare by turn 3. Jeez. But at least they have a Kami's Flare to keep things interesting. Can they haste up a 2-drop? Yeah, they did mulligan to 6, so they are... So yeah, they don't have mana to crew and haste it up. But this is basically a 4 mana... 4 power flyer, because they can always crew and reconfigure it. But yeah, let's just do this, and I won't be getting more than 1/1/1/1 counter, but if this 1/1 survives, I get to start playing the Tales of Master Seshiro here, of course. Which will be at least a 5/5 soon enough. But yeah, I mean, the opponent can deal a bunch of damage in the air. Yugan will be a flyer, but these things don't have reach. The 4 mana, the uncommon Saga has reach. Okay, they chose to synthesize. Okay, they have a 4-drop which they cannot cast. A little unlucky there, but they can attack for 4 now. They can attack for 4, but they choose to attack for 3 there, so they have a 2 mana spell there, I guess. Don't kill it. That would be... Okay, yeah, that's actually bad, because I need now to have something to play. Wow. That's rough. I might actually lose now. Now, I'm not losing quite yet, but the fact they had both of these removal spells, that means first of all their 6-card hand is pretty darn good. And they have even that guy. Because this... yeah, this is going to be a little bit difficult. I'm gonna be at a very, very low life total, and sadly, but I can use them safekeeping here, but they're gonna make this into oh, but I have also the Ironhoof boar. So actually, yeah, because I could play the Tales of Masters here, but the problem is, of course, the double striker will basically kill me. I'm going to just pass, and the idea is that they don't have a third removal spell. I can Tamiya safekeeping this, and then it's indestructible, and then I can make it, you know, deal enough damage. Because the Blade Blizzard Kitchen, it has to go. That's going to be a big problem with the... Yeah, I need one of my other Kappa Techwreckers now. Yeah, this is not good. This is horrible. I'm losing to the Eater Virtue because it will get double strike now. The equipment, I mean. I'm also taking that huge amount of damage here. I think I can't even kill the kid. I'll have to take the 8 now. I will gain 2 life from the safekeeping, but that's... yeah, I don't think that's enough. I won't have any... I mean, I need something to... So I need a creature that can block this without, you know, I mean, something which can have 6 toughness, but with the Remnant of the Rising Star that can happen. But I don't think... yeah, it doesn't work. I messed up, I think. Maybe I should just... I just don't think that the double strike +2/+0 equipment is something I can deal with. I don't think it's something I can deal with. So if I killed the Blade Blizzard Kitchen, I would have still taken a lot of damage there. And then... yeah, that 3 in the air, then this... I would have almost died there, and then their creatures have double strike. Yeah, I think I lost because of the double strike Eater of Virtue. That was just too much to handle. Of course, the early removal they had was nasty too. So let's see if I can, well, at least I would want to be on the play, but I mean, this hand is very good, so okay, they have that thing. So I'm in a pretty decent shape here anyway. Okay, that's something I need to be able to deal with, but I can with the Techwrecker here, which I won't be showing to them. Probably. I mean, it's just a 3/1 menace for now. I can take a couple of hits from it. But I think I might have to. Because this thing exiles that. Let's just do this now. So this makes the reconfigured creature into a 5/5 with menace. So I guess I can just kill it though with the Master's Rebuke too. It's of course something I can do if they tap out. There are not that many ways to get artifacts back, but there are some, of course. Okay, well that wasn't gonna block anyway because it's which of course vanishes. So now I can attack. If they block, that's fine. If they don't block, I will maybe now because they have now 7 power here. I need to do something about this. I can play only one creature here. Now, boom. Okay, let's do this ninjutsu thing. It's not great tempo-wise to make a 2-drop go back to my hand, but I can just take this action, get rid of these, and then this 1/3 can block the 4/1. That 4/1 at least doesn't have menace. Plus, if they do something, enhance it in some way, I can. Okay, Bank Buster. Really? Okay. Well, I guess I have played a lot with my own mythic rare here, so let's say that's only fair. But oh, can I? I mean, I don't want to take too much damage here. I think I have to let them draw another card. This is too valuable to be able to do this. And then I'll just play my 2-drop. I would have wanted to exile it before they get to draw, but maybe they, play a 4-mana card, something like that. Maybe they don't actually draw a card there. But I think they want to draw. But I don't know what's in their hand. That means they have only up to 3 mana available this turn. If they have a land drop. But yeah, this needs to be getting. I need to get rid of this. Now they just drew 2 cards from it, but that's not something I can, concern myself with. It will draw a 3rd card, and then it will be a 4/4 vehicle with the pilot, and they get even a treasure token there. So it's still, I still should use the Fade into Antiquity to deal with it. Song Shaper into. They have the 1 mana card, but it doesn't really do anything against this Bushido guy here. Alright, so 5 mana available. Well, the Hot Spring has to wait. I think the Yukai trainee should be a blocker here. I don't want to really raise here, because if they play any artifact and they have one in hand, this will be a 3/2, which I can't profitably block with that thing. So let's just do this. Exile here and do this, and I have a lot of heavy hitters in the deck that I can just draw. And then, get a board of big creatures. Of course, the Goshin type and the Hot Spring do already something in this board already. Okay, Onicult Anvil. So let me guess, they kill the Yukai trainee and attack for a bunch of damage. Okay, that's a flyer. They get the 1/1 construct from this, but I'm not taking 4 damage here. That gives a reach. Well, that could be relevant. It also gives +1/+3. I don't have vigilance on these guys. Well, I'll play the Hot Spring for sure. Maybe I should have played this thing. Maybe I want to see their final card in their hand before I play an aura that allows them to have an easy kill. I definitely want to use mana on this thing now, so I can't cast the aura if I want to have the mana for this trigger. Maybe I should make this Kappa Take Breaker a little bit bigger. This is 1 per turn activation. And then I will just attack with it, I guess. Hopefully they don't get an answer on the ghost inside. It can block the ground guys. Okay, that's like a fine. They just train that they don't get a construct there, so that's totally fine. They could have done that on this turn anyway. Did they think they get a construct? Because that only works on their turn. Oh, I forgot one thing. That down 2/2 hasty guy can now attack. Oh, that's annoying. Because every damage and life loss now matters because they have their own called Anvil there. Okay, they didn't play it. Now I'm very happy. No ninjas, please. Okay, so they do something else. Discard a card. Do they have a way to discard? Yeah, well they do actually. They get to. But this has to be something now. They must play it this turn. What is it gonna be? No. This is of course something they can. Yeah, now I understand. They discarded this. Of course they can play it. Yeah, so this is insane combination of cards. That returns to their hand. Yeah, that's okay. Talk about value. Oh man, I'm not gonna. I don't need the 1/1 token, so I will only use it as an aura. But it doesn't take a long time before the opponent just gets too much value going on. So how do I do it? Okay. I think I have to do it actually, like, although this is enchant artifact or creature, yeah, I can actually, that works on reconfigure things. It doesn't give the bonus, but this doesn't fall off if I reconfigure at some point. But I feel like I should attack with a... Yeah, I'm not sure this is smart, but I mean, there's not much time for me here. They have too much, they have a very threatening stuff going on now. So I have to start attacking with my tramplers. They have a few turns before I get to clock them out, but... Yeah, I think I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble if they get a removal spell on the bronze blade boar. And they do have... Yeah, they actually shouldn't... Yeah, when this leaves battlefield, they get 1/1 tokens every time. So this combination of these two cards is just... it's pretty good. I need actually one of my 5 mana cards. I think that will be needed because I do have a few turns myself too. It's not like they can attack with more than this Searchlight Company, but problem is they're drawing 2 cards a turn and have all this, so it's just a matter of time they find something to deal with my threats. I need more threats from my deck. Yeah, the Flyer and the Anvil, they don't chip away my life total that fast. But the problem is it's not exactly top decking when they draw multiple cards a turn. So that works. And then... Oh, that's a bummer. I guess I drew, luckily, another one right away. I can give it a point of toughness. So, I mean, I don't mind if they use the containment construct to kill it. But maybe I still rather attack for 6 here. That was lucky for sure. I haven't really been... I only put one counter on it. I've used all my mana every turn. But like I said, I have a lot of heavy hitters. This was one of them. The likelihood to draw one of them isn't that, you know, small. But well, they do need some more answers. They need more toughness to block this trampler. The Gozinta also has trample, but it's also very slow to grow it up now. Yeah, this is pretty exciting, but yeah, the amount of cards they have access to with this combination of things they have, it's pretty disgusting. But it's something to keep in mind. I didn't actually realize how this thing interacts with the reinforced droning, especially with the Onicult Anvil giving the free counters there. Enormous energy plate, so that is gonna be me losing on the next turn. Alright. So I need something very good. Land, and I basically lose the game. Because this, if I can't deal with the flyer, that's it. They have too much life for me to kill them unless I draw something specific. Well, better to be quite lucky, I guess. I'm just thinking if I should attack with any other guy. I could attack with the Tech Wrecker. I want to leave one counter here just to give any creature haste. I think I will attack with multiple guys now. This is a 3/3, it's gonna block something. And if I don't want them to benefit from the Onicult Anvil, I should use the Voltage Surge on this turn. Although this is not an artifact. No, it is. So they both get a 1/1 token and can sacrifice it in response. So don't necessarily want that to happen. This equipping this is going to tap the creature anyway, so I think I wasn't too greedy here. I mean, with the attacking with the Kappa Techfreger. I hope I wasn't too greedy there. Because I might still face a bunch of damage because they can play the hasty guy, but okay, they just wanted to. Now they no longer have that thing available. So can they? Oh, this attack for 3. So if they kill the Gozintai, it is. They need to kill it and deal some number. They can also sacrifice a artifact to make me go to 5. So I just wanted to, you know, make them force some blocks there. Okay, let's see if they can find something from here. That's an Ogre Head Helm. It is good, but it's kinda not good enough necessarily. I will have a bunch of trample power coming up. They have to block with a lot of their creatures, and they definitely don't have mana to. Well, actually they do, but it will tap the creature. So this is exciting for sure. They can't use the reconfigure without the land drop. But they probably want to. So I have a basically 10 power trample on the battlefield already. If I put the final counter on a trampler, and they need to block 6 of it. So they chose to. Okay, rapid battery. So that's 1 extra. Power of trample doesn't matter. So they can gain 1 life to go to 5. And then that's 2, 4, 5, 6. But if I make 11 power of trample, which I can do here, I have 2 red. That's exactly what I need. Plus they have to block the Kappa Techfreger here. mean, I just do it like this. I think this is lethal. Because now that attack with all they don't have, they can jump block this and then drain, but this is going to be 11 power. Yeah, I think this is enough. I mean, did I make some foolish mistake? They are at 5. They don't have that much toughness there. They block with the construct goes here, and then yeah, they can't. This is too much trample damage there. Isn't it? It is too much trample damage, yes. Maybe they don't see that the Gozinta has trample too. It has trample by its nature. 2 mana 1/1 with trample. Okay, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. I needed to have some lucky top decks, but I do have a lot of, you know, these high hitters. I mean, big hitters, rather, which I didn't throw any of in the early game. But then I got the Iron Hoof board, and that's it. Okay. Okay, well, this is definitely a good hand. I would, again, rather be on the play. I don't know how many times I have been on the play here, but this is definitely a hand that can, unless the opponent is just, I mean, this is a 1-drop format. If they are too aggressive, I might be in trouble. But let's see if they have an answer on the tech wrecker. Well, geez, now I definitely wanted to be on the play here. If they can kill this thing, yeah, things will be very soon very awkward. I mean, just a very good curve out if that involves having a kill spell on my 2-drop. Okay, so is that a bluff attack? What can they have? What can they have? Now it could of course be the damage dealing spell that... I don't know, if I block this thing I take 1 damage anyway, so whatever. If they have a ninja, they can at least return this thing. I think I will have no blocks, but maybe they have the 2 damage dealing spell, and then they're gonna kill this anyway post combat by sacrificing Simeon Sling. No, they have a bounce ninja, of course. But the fact they were... maybe that was a bluff attack. It's a possibility it was a bluff attack. But, I mean, this is all because of them having... them being on the play. But I guess this time I'm gonna make them... I'm gonna exile this right away. Not gonna fool around here. I don't wanna give them any discount on their artifacts. I'll take 2 here. If they have another ninja though, I mean, what can I do if they have a perfect draw? Okay, no ninjas. That's good. Well, I mean, I don't have a shortage of cards to play. I just need to find a way to survive. And I think it involves playing this with the safekeeping backup. It's quite annoying to take here multiple points of damage. With, because this can attack for at least 3, because I know what they have in their hand. But they can play and reconfigure it as well. So I just need to... Well, at least this can just block the Moonsnare specialist here. Well, scratch that. I'm actually taking a huge amount of damage here now. This is disgusting. I of course could have prevented the tapping, but I just don't think I can afford to use that on just a tap effect. More ninjas now, don't you dare. That's insane. Well, this time I'm gonna give it safety. Now I'm gonna, because all I need here is time. And I can have now time here. So I could do a bunch of different things. But I think the Tales of Master Seshiro, although maybe it does give this vigilance though, which is pretty valuable. But I know the thing is, I know they have a Musna specialist in their hand, so they are gonna bounce the thing here. And they can use these Musna specialists, you know, they can they can do the thing with that stuff repeatedly. Although then this can block, so yeah, they would have to do it pre-combat, and then they have only. Well, I guess I'm gonna do it anyway. This will become a 5-5. I mean, I need to also that to happen at some point, so this will at least force a jump block, or I get to kill the, well, take this action. And I think I want to rather kill the flyer, because this is a free ninja to them, so. Song Shaper I can, yeah, actually, it's a tough one. I wanted to get rid of the flyer because that's kind of an easy way for them to ninjutsu, but I guess they can. I mean, if I was on the play in this game, this would be so different. Are you kidding me? I just exiled one of those. If I was on the play, this would be so different. Okay. I'm dead in 2 attacks. This is just unfair. I mean, their deck is amazing, but it's unfair that someone can draft, these multiple things here. Yeah, if I was on the play, this would be, I would have been able to prevent so much more damage. I have the late game victory here, of course, with these 2 cards, but none of these will be timely enough. I have some reach guy, I have a flyer there, but this is ridiculous. And they have a bounce guy in their hand. This is actually just game over. Yeah, GG, Ziggy. That's mythic ranked top 4. 4th ranked, but that was just a way. You are on the draw against such a start. There's no winning. They drafted an amazing deck. Can I be on the draw? Sorry, on the play. Yes, I can. And of course, with the bomb rare here. Alright, so let's see if I can win a match. Okay, the opponent doesn't have as fast as a start as my previous opponents had. Alright, that's... Boom. Can I attack? There's no flash creature. I think I can. My mana guys become 2/2s. Okay, yeah, that is very slow compared to what I faced earlier. Not gonna offer the trade there. So, or maybe I am offering the trade here. I don't need it really for much. It is good, it produces mana. But hey, I can do this. It's fine. Keep the board clear. I have all this stuff coming up. Okay, I can discard a... I can discard a mountain here. And then I can discard a forest too. I don't like to do it, but I will do it. And I'm gonna get value out of that. So this has vigilance, I should attack first. Then I can do this. And give it 2 counters. Discard the forest. And the opponent is facing quite the board here. With the 5-5 coming up. Which will also get, you know, 5 counters. So it would have been a 10-10. 10-10 hasty vigilant guy. So that was an easy game. Okay, on the play. With a very good hand. Am I gonna give this thing a counter? I might give it 1 counter. I know I have the safekeeping, which it would be maybe nice to keep up, but I wanted to attack for 2 and now it's harder to block also. Maybe they will deal with it. Now I'm not gonna give it any additional counters. I wanna see what happens. I have a Tamiya's safekeeping here. So are they gonna have a counter spell? Kinda don't want to lose the Boseiju here, but I guess that could be like a thirst for knowledge, but oh boy. I'm gonna play it. Counter it then. Yep. Okay, so I don't have a lot going on, but neither does the opponent. I think I'm gonna make a... I don't know though. Do I want to make it 2-2? Because I can give this... Fine. Let's do it. Cultivate it. Give it a counter. Attack. Have a safekeeping up. Voltage Surge up. And a Master's Rebuke up. Because if the opponent is missing the land drops and not doing anything, I should just start attacking for damage here. Okay, now they have something, but I have a Rebuke with the Death Toucher, so... although that's just gonna be killed by a Voltage Surge, I think. Okay, this is a little bit easier match than it was against the Blue Red. Blue Red amazing deck. Alright, it would be nice to use this, but not... I mean, I don't want to leave this as a... it would be a bit too big of a tell for the opponent to, you know, play this Gift of Wrath and not attack with this guy, just to have the safekeeping up here. But yeah, they need to do something now. They haven't done too much in the game. Could be a bit uninteresting conclusion to this event, but I guess there were some very interesting games also. So they have to play this thing just as a... without even getting the counter there. Are they playing 3 colors? I guess we'll see right now. And okay, no. They are not. Okay, the question is, do I have a lethal attack? I guess I would have had if I did use the Hot Spring on the previous turn, because the Gift of Wrath, of course, represents +2, but I can only deal 7 here. Yeah. Maybe if I... Okay, so if I draw a creature, if it's big enough, I will win. kind of don't want to. This has ward 2, but I can kill it now. It's not worth it. I'm not in a rush here. And I didn't even draw a creature. So let's do it like this. Counter here so I can attack and just, you know, next turn I will win. Unless this is gonna tap for 2 white and they have the exile everything. Yeah, doesn't indestructible doesn't help there. Alright, so that kills that. Well, let's try this. Okay, so they played 3 colors, and this is of course sometimes what happens when you play 3 colors. You don't draw your colors early, and then you have a very low impact early game, and anyone who caves out is going to be in a massive, have a massive advantage in the game. So, but yeah, this could also be just a splash color, and they were having a, I don't know, unlucky hand, but it doesn't matter. I don't know what they had in their hand, so I can only speculate. Okay, so after a streak of bad drafts, I mean, not only do they cut my streak, but I could have, have some bad drafts and then have like a 4 or 5 win result, which would be fine. But now I went to the maximum possible wins here, and the deck, of course, was really good. But I just had the Yukan so many times. But also, even without the Yukan, the fact I had these big things, the Tales of Master Seishiro, Boseiju, Regis Skyward, even the Ironhoof Boar here. That's really good stuff. And of course, let's not forget I had 3 Kappa Tech Freggers, and one opponent just conceded when I played this on turn 2. They conceded right away when they had played the hoverbike there. So this is really probably, I don't know if it's the best green uncommon, but totally a card you're very happy to first pick in a draft. Well, other than that, not sure how this performed. I didn't get to use it too much. The point of this card was that if I have these that have used up the Death Touch counter and the Yukai trainees later in the game, I can, still upgrade them into beaters, while at the same time making it harder for the opponent to jump block the 5/5s when they are, menace creatures. So that was the point. I would have rather played just a 4-mana creature if I had one available, and not the emergence, because this does enter basically tapped if you do it on turn 4. Alright, so yeah, that was that was the deck, and I'm now mythic ranked of 150. And yeah, I do want to, the kind of safe thing to do here. Actually, I got 1 rank increase now. Safe thing to do here would be to sit on my rank, because I definitely want to get to the next month's qualifier weekend. I also ranked up in constructed. I apparently did drop. I haven't played constructed in a week or so I have dropped quite a bit there. But I'm just thinking if I should play these premier drafts, because if I don't uphold a very good win rate there, and that means a lot better than 50%, this rank will just drop. You get those, platinum and diamond opponents against which if you lose, you drop a lot, and if you win, you don't gain much rank increase there. But I kind of want to still play every second draft as traditional one and every second one as premier draft, and who knows, maybe it would be interesting to try to even see how far can I climb. But the opposite side of the coin is that I might drop to lower than the 1000, and then it's gonna be a miserable grind at the end of the month when I try to finish up in the top 1200. But I guess for now I will continue playing traditional and premier drafts one after another. So the next one I will be a traditional draft. Also, I will have some sealed. There will be Arena Open coming up, and it has day 1 sealed. I will be playing best of 3 sealed a few times before the Arena Open. So that's also coming up. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.